of the blue corner from the Reaper squad, Jeremy Scarface Alary. Over 3 5-minute rounds, and your referee in charge, Dan, the gentleman. Here we go, Dean. Co-main event of the evening, 3 5-minute rounds of professional mixed martial arts. We've got Jeremy Alary from the Reaper squad out of the blue corner. His opponent, Martyn Harris from the Masters Academy in the red.
Martyn's already done a good job of taking his opponent down here. He's trying to establish what it looks like to be a leg trip. Yeah, he obtains the mount. Brilliant display of jiu-jitsu by Martyn Harris.
And already Harris looking possibly to scramble around and retain side control. Interesting movements so far from both fighters. Jeremy looking to get that donkey guard, but Harris shrugs it off.
Looks like Harris is trying to isolate that arm. Stuck in the half guard of his opponent at the current. Some nice knees to the body there.
Jeremy, known as Scarface, making his pro debut tonight. Masters already very well known here in the LFC.
Nice body shots by Mr. Harris there. Soften up his opponent. Look for Jeremy to wall walk or perhaps use that to stand up. He's not fruitful in that position. He needs to explode out of this and gain distance from his opponent.
Jeremy unsuccessful here in getting back to his feet. He's got butterfly hooks. Now opting to use one now. Back to closed guard, looking for an armbar. It's going to spin, but it's going to be tough against the cage, isn't it going to be, Dean?
Yeah, sometimes it can inhibit you, and sometimes it can be fruitful. If you can kick off that cage and use it to spin his hips around and trap the arm of Harris, it might be fruitful. But it looks like here he's transitioning to an omoplata, but Harris is wise a bit and pulls his head out and his arm.
A nice defense by Harris as he parries the attack from Jeremy Alary. Looking to keep Jeremy from getting back into a good position. It was nice how he maintained that turtle and sort of rode him with that ankle control, Dean.
Yeah, Harris is displaying some good wrestling skills with the ankle control. He's looking to get his opponent down again. He's sucking his hips out from the cage.
Guillotine attempt from Alary, but Harris again very wise, using almost a knee on belly position. I'm not sure what he's attacking. I think he's looking to maintain position. There you go, looking for that choke. Interesting game plan so far from Harris.
Scarface again using that hook to try and escape out of this position. He senses he's in trouble, especially with his head on the mat there. His opponent sprawling down.
Darce choke. Oh no, no, no. Guillotine, Anaconda. He's going to look to roll for that. If he can get his feet pointing the direction of Alary's arm, but opts to spin to the back instead. Nice work threatening rather from Harris with that choke attempt. High guard from Alary, looking to underhook and spin for an armbar, but Harris very wise to that, looking to pass, threatening a head and arm choke.
Yeah, he needs to, as I said it, he scooped the arm across, add some pressure to the neck, look for him to step out of there like he does to the side and put pressure on.
Arm triangle, very tight, trying to defend, oh, but he gets the empty half back.
Jeremy's doing a good job there of retaining that half guard. Still gets pressure on his head here, he still could tap.
That is tight, but I don't think to the point where Harris has got his head low enough. He needs to get a little bit closer to the ground.
He also needs to cinch his arm up there. See a rear naked choke position there. He needs to cinch that up and put the pressure shoulder pressure into his opponent and obtain the choke.
Yeah, that figure four often being favored. He's also got the 100%er there. My man Paul Bridges, shout out to the Dogstar crew in Hastings, loves this. He says when they don't tap from the arm triangle, go to the 100%er. It's where you figure four and touch your own top of the crown of your head and you actually go to Keza. You actually play your hips the other way, sit into it and you choke him instantly. But Harris looking to stay with this variation.
Harris is resilient with his choke. He's really trying to cinch this up. Jeremy's arm is too far away from his throat though. What enables this choke is the own guy's arm and his opponent's arm, constricting the carotid arteries in the neck as he explodes out of it there, looking for a sweep.
And we're past the halfway point here. Nice scrambles, man. He's got some really slick top control, Harris does. Notice how he goes back on it. The wrong way. Oh, but he gave his back up.
Oh my goodness, couldn't Jeremy capitalize on this position?
Alary in the last seconds looking to stay on here and make something happen, but Harris scrambles all the way around and is on top. Armbar.
Armbar. That was the end of the round there. Saved by the bell, literally.
Literally, indeed, Dean. Harris looking for a kick, but changes levels immediately, Dean.
Very powerful shot by James Harris. Martyn Harris, excuse me.
And his opponent, Alary, looking for that arm lock attempt. We're back to turtle here. Interesting to see Harris using those elbows to the body.
He's trying to open his opponent out there, Chris. He's trying to really expose him to this roll. He likes that wrestling roll where you block the rear leg and force the opponent to his back, as he does there quite successfully.
Into half guard. Looking to stay heavy here. He's got to watch the deep half sweep though. But if history repeats itself, Harris is going to scramble the way he has been with that lovely movement on top. Very unorthodox, but very effective, dare I say.
These guys using the effective scrambles to enable better positions. The crowd getting behind, shouting and screaming for these guys to go at it, and they're doing just that.
Interesting, it's somewhere between no nonsense and a little playful at times with the way they're going between positions.
The stamina's impressive with these guys. A lot of people don't understand grappling arts. It does take its toll on the body, Chris.
For sure. You get somebody who doesn't understand what it's like to have those positional exchanges, and it becomes very exhausting. Nice weight distribution and posture from Harris on top as his corner warns him of the arm lock attack of Alary. Interesting struggle for position. Alary wants to keep him down in the close guard and break his posture. We'll look to see Harris try and get up here and land some strikes.
I'd like to see Harris posture up in that open guard and rain down some impressive hard shots, try and phase his opponent.
Especially up against the cage, but Jeremy Alary looking to turn away here, but that arm is nowhere to be found. Harris trying to ride out the position and open up those shots, Dean. Same position, Hendo knocked out Fedor right here, but he opts to stay wrestling instead of punching.
Harris relentless with these takedowns, putting his opponent to the back.
And we're in half guard. So tough when your back's up against the cage to be on offense.
Yeah, Jeremy needs to let go of the almost half guard he has in cage walk.
But yet he opts to retain full guard. And Harris heeding his corner's advice. You can hear the Masters Academy coaches calling for posture. They do not want Alary to threaten.
Jeremy working here off his back. Looks like he's favourable. The triangle there as he comes up.
Oh!
The diamond guard, but Harris slips out of it. That's what happens in these later rounds. When a fighter gets sweaty, they're able to pop out of those positions that they perhaps couldn't in the earlier rounds.
That is so true. I mean, you see that no gi over gi all day, but in MMA, once you work up a sweat, it becomes very difficult to thrust up and capture someone with that triangle, as you saw moments ago. Looks to me like Alary's cut. Can't really tell from where, but there's blood on his cheek, Dean. Wait, Grammy roll, nice. Looking for the knee bar.
Harris does a brilliant job of putting weight on his opponent.
But he's in donkey guard now. Jeff Glover loves this position. Martyn Harris gonna look to attack with something, maybe an inverted triangle. Wait, triangle attempt as well, but he's gotta get that left knee clear. Harris reading that beautifully.
He's got to really control the body of Harris. Harris is doing a brilliant job of posturing up when he senses the danger. But Jeremy's not doing anything to keep him down in his legs. So it enables him just to pop right out.
Interesting turn of events here. Alary always looking for that move off his back, but Harris choosing to stay heavy and limit that movement.
Good back control there by Harris. Like to see him get his hooks in, otherwise he's going to get bucked off the back. Enables the roll. Brilliant show of jiu-jitsu here at the LFC.
But Jeremy sneaks in half guard. Caught a little bit of space there against Martyn Harris. Martyn looking to land that right elbow. Interesting to see when that might come. Looking to post with his left hand, then land a strike with his right.
As seconds out comes, I'd like to see these guys try and win this round decisively by some shots or submission attempts.
And round 2 in the books. Dean, interesting to see these two guys maintaining what has been a brutal pace. How do you see it? Chris Hookster here ringside, live in Kent, with my main man, Dean Midhat. Dean, it's been a great night and a fitting co-main event so far.
Exciting bunch of fights in the LFC as always. Harris looking to throw some leg kicks and arms to get in to establish his takedown, and he shoots underneath the shots of Jeremy there and puts him down to the mat successfully.
Jeremy using that overhook to sweep him though. Oh, but a brilliant shift from Martyn to counter. Great work in controlling positions tonight. You know, Alary's been active. Let's not say he's been trying. But Martyn's wrestling has really impressed me.
Harris is appearing to cinch up. Again, maybe looking for that head and arm triangle.
Yeah, he's definitely either doing that or maintaining the far side underhook, which is very logical to maintain a pass in succession.
Some more shots there by Harris. Like him to posture up and do some more decisive shots. I think that's going to be a key factor if he ups the pace with regards to the shots in half guards and the top mount position.
It's interesting to me though that neither fighter has a real clear speed advantage. I mean, yeah, Harris has been able to take him down, but Alary's been able to sort of recover space when it's given.
Yeah, he's allowing Jeremy to think, and that's what I say about the shots. If Harris puts some shots down on his opponent, heavy shots, hard shots, it disrupts the thinking process of your opponent, so you can capitalise on that. Gives you more chance to do what you want to do and win the fight.
That drama's no joke, Dean, huh?
That's going to ring your bell and make you think twice for sure.
Well, we continue here in the final round, and it's been all of really the major story of Harris maintaining top position and Alary attacking from the bottom position.
Harris has definitely taken advantage here. Seems to be stealing this round so far, purely because he's been on top most of the fight.
He's got that front headlock position, but again chooses to ride him and spin to the back and stay heavy.
Nice knee to the body.
Great knee to the body. Underutilized technique.
I'd like to see Harris use that knee to open up an advantage to get a hook in and gain some definitive back control.
But he's happy to pepper shots in here. A couple of lefts and rights.
Again, Jeremy turns Splits his mouth guard in, but puts it back in, Chris. The level of composure on these fighters is amazing.
Yeah. Let it be known, the psychological element of being a professional mixed martial arts fighter on full display here as both fighters exchanging position at really what's been a rapid pace. Even though it looks grueling and grinding, they've been, all of these little tiny movements back and forth the whole time.
Jeremy's got to be thinking how the judges are seeing this fight, with Harris being on top of him majority of the time, landing more successful strikes.
Yeah, I mean, he's been able to force his opponent to respond to his attacks in the bottom, but he hasn't had him in dire sort of danger yet. Possibly looking for a sweep here, maybe, or going to close up that guard again. But he's keeping that right butterfly hook in. See him hipping up. Maybe looking for a hip bump.
Jeremy certainly active there. He doesn't seem frustrated, but it's got to be taking his toll on his body there. He seems to throw his legs up, but he's not fruitful.
I feel like Martyn might be a little bit more heavy after the weight cut, but Alary doesn't seem to be phased. He's still been able to break his posture. Of course, Harris responding and trying to control his active hips. So it's an interesting sort of contrast of game plan in the grappling.
Beautiful sweep there by Jeremy. Uses the butterfly hook to knock his opponent over to land some much needed damage. Like to see Jeremy try and take the mount here, get his opponent down.
Nearing the end of the round though, not much time to work, team.
The consistency of Harris is shown as Jeremy takes the back of Harris. Could this be the end to the fight?
Oh, it's under the neck! He's got the choke! Oh, hand fighting! That is deep, ladies and gentlemen.
Harris is doing a brilliant job of trying to escape. Oh!
Wow, he is fighting violently to get out of that choke. He's got his ankles crossed. That's it. That's all over. I think he choked him unconscious. He's out. That's a technical submission and a brilliant win. A brilliant come from behind win by Jeremy the Scarface Alary.
Beautiful display there.
However, after 3 rounds of professional mixed martial arts action, the referee in charge, Daniel Moahidi, has called a stop to this contest, declaring your winner by a technical submission and rear naked choke. Let's hear it for Jeremy the Scarface Alary. Shout out to the Reaper Squad, France. Gentlemen, I am here with your winner, Jeremy Alary from France. Jeremy, that was an incredible fight.
For my face, it is incredible for my face.
That was a spectacular come from behind victory. What was going through your mind coming in the 3rd round there?
Qu'est-ce qui s'est passé dans ta tête en rentrant dans le 3e round, vu que tu étais derrière le combat?
Je savais que le combat, si ça allait à la fin, c'était perdu. J'ai perdu les 2 premiers rounds, même le 3e, ils sont pour lui. Donc il n'y avait plus qu'un truc à faire, laisser toutes mes tripes dans la cage. Mais voilà, essayer, j'ai essayé, triangle, pied de bras, c'est pas passé. Là, voilà, j'arrive à passer dans le dos et voilà.
He said that he knew that the 1st, 2nd and 3rd round were all for him, and so he had to do something, so he was just looking for it, and he finished by luckily getting in the back and rear naked choke.
Jeremy, you displayed patience going into that fight in the way that you set up that choke. Tell us about your training and what it's like being around such an incredible team at the Reaper Squad.
Il a dit que tu étais patient, comment tu as fait le naked choke, et il demande comment ça se passe les entraînements avec nous.
Alors pour la patience, je ne remercierai pas Christophe Réac, c'est pas lui qui me l'apprend. Par contre, ce qui nous apprend avec Jenna, c'est à rien lâcher, toujours jusqu'à la fin. Voilà, 30 secondes de la fin, on lâche pas. S'il faut sortir à 4 pattes, on sortira à 4 pattes, et ça c'est eux qui nous l'apprennent tous les jours à l'entraînement, et voilà, pour ça je les remercie.
He said the patience, that doesn't come from his coach Christophe Rea. He doesn't teach him that, but what he does teach him is to keep going until the end. Don't ever let go of anything, just keep going, even if it's almost finished, but you keep going right to the end. That's why he was able to win with 30 seconds to the end.
Once again, we look forward to seeing you here in Lion Fighting Championship. Jeremy Alary, ladies and gentlemen.
I want to thank Martyn Harris. He's a really big fighter and I think je le remercie. Voilà.
He thanks him. That's all he wants to say. He thanks him.